Well, yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Anyways, we'll move on to Wizkid, who is actually set for his North American tour. People were, think that like a lot of people were saying Wizkid should do like a proper artist and release all the dates for his shows and everything.
Mm, mm.
But what was the cause for the delay though? Like, you know, I know a lot of logistics and everything, but we saw Joe Boy La Vida Tour released almost 20 something dates.
Mm.
Ruga did almost 15 dates. And we saw a couple of other guys as well. People were like, "Oh, no, you know what? Artists who are not even up to Whiskey are dropping dates, like loads of dates. At the time, Whiskey dropped Berlin, he dropped France, and he dropped the Netherlands at the time, just three. But now, in May and June, Whiskey is going to be in North America, Toronto, Minneapolis, California, Atlanta, and likes. Whiskey North American Tour Murayo,
Mm.
how exactly is it going to be, and what should the fans expect?
I think the people you know, who are comparing Wiz dropping tours or Wizzy's tour to people like
Tour
Joe Boy.
dates, yeah,
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 men I go sit down. And I think say it's easy to do tour like Wizkid. Wizzy's tour is at, I mean, the capacity of what they have to plan for
yeah, yeah.
is a lot, right? So
Logistics
you
wise as
can't,
well.
yeah, logistic wise, you have to organize everything, tickets, and they're going for the big venues.
Yeah,
People like Ruga or Joe Boy, they are doing smaller venues, so it's easy to rack up all these venues and say, boom, this is my plan, this is what I'm doing,
yeah, yeah.
and yeah, which is needed for them anyway. When Wiz
Right.
was on that P as them, he was doing that. So him, dropping his dates bit by bit, I think people underestimate the amount of planning that goes
That
into
goes into it.
these stores.
Right.
And some
Right.
some deals are not already even, they're not been sealed yet. That's why you see that the ones that are really sealed, they're getting it done. They're doing the big and major
Venues.
capacity
Yeah. Yeah.
venues, which can take time to organize. And it's working with different or bigger show promoters anyway.
Promoters. Right.
The
Right.
audience is way different. So yes, I think people in North America, they'll be looking forward to that. Um since he released his album, there's been so much, people had to say about, oh, he's not
Promoting
promoting
his
it
album
well.
and everything. Yeah.
That at least there's some movement now, and I think people will get to listen to songs of the Mariah album live, and I think that's a good one for Wiz. That's
Mm.
movement. So there's a way on the day of these events, clips will filter around, people will see, some of them will be streamed. By the time you see all these things, those are all content that gets people excited, especially his fans
Right.
who have been
Right.
looking for something, exciting from Wiz for a while.
Big Lala, is Wizkid going to do a Burna Boy or more than a Burna? I mean, we know what Burna has done. We know the standards that Burna has set. I mean, we're not going to still sit here and say, oh, Bonner hasn't done well with the tours. This guy is more like the blueprint when it comes to touring the world for an Afrobeat artist. He says he's not an Afrobeat artist, though, but he's from Nigeria. So he's an Afrobeat artist to me. Now,
Yeah, for
Bonner
sure.
Boy has been the blueprint, if we're being honest with ourselves,
Mm.
with the tours. Is Wizkid going to surpass that blueprint and create the Blueprint Pro Max, or at least match up with the Bonner standard with the Morayo tour?
Well, you know, there was one time in my notes. I know you won't put me for trouble, but I had something on my notes one time, right? No, I'm
Yeah,
serious. I'm serious.
yeah,
We're in the business of content creation. And
right.
on my journey to work, on my journey from work,
Yeah.
different ideas pop into my head.
Pop into your head,
And when
yeah.
they pop it like that, I just note
Jot
them
them
down.
down.
What you
Right.
just said now is taking me back to something I jotted down before.
Hmm.
Now, like you said, Bonner has set a standard, and
Massive standard.
is a very
Major one.
major standard in terms of
Major
live
standard.
performance.
Right.
Can Wiz perform live like
No,
Bonner?
not can Wiz perform live like Bonner. Can Wiz do the
A show
magnitude
that
that Bonner Boy is doing?
of
Will he
course,
match up with the Bonner Boy blueprint?
he can, but he has to be careful because he cannot do it exactly the way Bonner has done it. He needs to do
Why?
it his own way because he has to be unique. On this
Hmm.
street, people would come for. I mean, the fans will be brutal. They
they,
will tell
they
you.
they are
They will
going to
tell
come for
you.
him anyways. They are going to come for him anyways,
I
whether
understand it, but
he tries to do differently or not. As long as he's also going on a world tour, they are
mm,
always going to compare him with Bonner. So, what should Wiz do to match or to surpass the Bonner Boy blueprint?
To be honest, I don't think he needs to surpass whatever Burna Boy has. Burna Boy has a fixed set for like 2 years now. Just they just remove one song, put another
He moves
song.
around with his own equipment.
Everything is
Man
up to par and
is
standard.
crazy.
Can Wiz do
Whiskey,
the same? Can he do the same? Of course he can. But
will he do it?
let me go back to what I was saying.
Oh yeah.
Something I noticed, right? So on this my journey is to and fro from work.
Hmm.
I mean, I was just watching TikTok and the video popped up. It was Wiz performing. Was it Troubled Mind?
Hmm.
Where was that the British at that British
Yes. Yes.
and
Trouble man.
something stuck out. What stuck out? Of course, there was a bit of what's it called, local sound that was infused from a popular musician, right? And
Yeah.
what did they use? They used talking drums and they did their thing, and then you felt, oh, there's a fusion of African and
In this performance. Yeah.
yeah. And you know what came up? The revelation I saw is Bona. Bona when he's performing, killing them and he's switching. You know when
He
he has
has he has
him
all those
and those
all
guys with
those
talking drums
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they switch and everything. Immediately that came up, I'm like, okay, okay. But the fear I have is Wiz trying to intentionally did he get the inspiration for Bona to do this? Because you know Wiz's set is usually with who? DJ Tunes.
Tunes, yeah.
And they have this chemistry together that is
Together,
really,
yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
That's how they do their set from a long time. Wiz has been I don't want to call him one dimensional, but that has been his style from long. And Burna Boy has come with something different that you look at it.
Definitely.
Very
Definitely.
pleased. It's pleasing to the eye.
The
Everybody loves.
performances it's been
So
crazy. Yeah.
so even if you don't like Burna Boy as a person, or even you go to a place and you don't know who Burna Boy is, by the time
Mhm.
he's performing all these things and going through his set,
You will
and gets to
love
that
it.
part, you will love it. Like
You will love it.
you will love it, Abi. So
Yeah.
Wiz has to re-strategize, which is what he's
Mm.
now doing. I like that he's doing it, but the uniqueness has to be there so that these other guys will not come and say, "Oh,
Mm.
you they try copy Burna Jare, you
Burna
try."
Boy.
Yes, Wiz has the capability to do it. We've seen Wiz perform live, beautiful voice. We saw his YouTube live. We watched his live. You know, we even after the live, we even streamed live ourselves. So
Right. Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
it it was fantastic. Right. I know Wiz can do something different. So I'm just hoping that for this Mariah tour,
Mm.
Wiz has a set, like a wonderful set of how he's going to go about performing his
For
songs.
me songs.
Now, this thing about infusing your local sound, using talking drums and this, Burna has done that. I know. Can Wiz do it? Yes, he can. But you know, there's a but. The but there is
Should he go about it another way? I mean, to be honest, the talking drum has been in existence for a
yeah.
long time.
Mhm.
And if Whiskey does it, I mean, anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it,
Anybody
but
can do
who
it.
does it day in, day out on every show that he goes to at the moment?
Hmm.
Who does it there? It's Burna.
So Lala, let's look at this Burna Boy thing right now. We've talked about Burna Boy with the talking drum,
Mm.
exquisite performances, the way he moves the crowd, the way he performs. I mean, that's why I talked about him being the blueprint. To be honest, we cannot deny the fact that he set a standard
Mhm.
for world tours for an African artist. In fact, not just Afrobeat, for an African artist, Burna Boy has set the standard.
Yeah.
Now we know Kid is up there as well. We know that. Davido is also up there as well. But Burna Boy as is literally, when they give you general market to say, you know what, I've played my cards to you guys. The ball is in your court, guys, to match
Pick
up
one.
with what I've done. Pick one, basically. He's giving Wizkid and Davido a pick one. Go and pick one. I've done what I have to do. You guys recreate it, do better, or match up to me. Now, is Wizkid under pressure to match up with the Burna Boy blueprint? Now, no disrespect to Wizkid on this one. Is Wiz under pressure to match up with the Burna Boy blueprint, or at least, or to surpass it rather?
Well, I don't think he's under pressure, right?
Okay.
And you can tell by the way he's even gone about promoting his album. Baba is just doing what
Mm.
he wants to do. And you know, if you think back some of his interviews, he goes,
Yeah,
he's not going to do what everyone wants. He's only going to do what he wants to catch
he
people
wants to do
unawares and things
unawares.
like
Yeah.
that. Can he surpass that standard? It's a tough ask, right?
Hmm.
It's a very tough ask. But that being said, does he need to? Wiz has arguably the biggest fan base out
Yeah,
of the top three in
yeah,
terms of fans, right?
yeah,
Whatever he does, they see it as gold. They don't look at other artists. So
yeah,
is he going to go out of his way to try and get more fans on board or turn a few fans up the head and say, "Oh, I'm now the Don"? I don't think
yeah.
he will. I think he's comfortable in the space that he is. I think it's just people who want to say undoubtedly that this guy is
Mm.
undoubtedly the king of all. Right now, there's the argument would always be there. Which one be top three? In the top three, which one they? Even though you say okay, David don't do the top three, fine. In the top two, Bonner got some mad standards, sets, records. A
It
lot.
is
It's crazy.
worked. Burna Boy has worked. He's perfected the art of touring.
Yeah,
Let's not
yes,
even lie. He
true.
has perfected it. Burna
Mhm.
Boy, leave it for him for now. Now,
Yeah.
Wizkid, for Wizkid, Big Lala, does he have anything to prove to anyone with the Mariah top?
Like I said, no, it doesn't have to prove anything. Like the way he's already going about the album, you know that he's doing like I don't really have anything to prove to these guys.
To anybody,
I'll
yeah.
I'll do it my way. If you like making a complaint from now to tomorrow, would
If
that
they
stop?
like what I
Would that stop people from
right.
listening to Wizkid? Definitely not.
No.
Like he will
Yeah,
only do what he wants to do. But
definitely.
I'm just interested to see if there will be a change in the normal approach for Wiz.
For Wiz.
I know he's a hit maker and everything. What we are used to before from the Wiz, the Davidos, and these other
Yeah,
artists
yeah, yeah,
is totally different to what Bonner provides, and that's what
yeah,
makes him unique. And when we say things like this, we say it from a place of love. That
yeah.
when us Wiz at this high level, we know you're great, right? We know you are the
Yeah,
you are the
Wiz,
don.
Wiz, Wiz is great.
We know
Amazing
you've
guy.
done it for 12 years consistently. We know
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah,
right? But now you can step up. We know you can step up because there are other guys who have done it also for that long
yeah,
who are
yeah.
stepping, people like Bonner, right? We
Mm-hmm.
know Wiz can do it. Can we
Right.
see something different from Wiz? And that's
True.
just a question, yeah.
Because one of the things that makes a great artist is being able to do great things over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Wiz did 3 days at the O2, 20,000, back to back,
No
sold out
one, no
in
one.
seconds and all of those things.
Oh my, they make me remember when you touch my hair.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Wiz has done great stuff. He's been
Mm,
there for 15 years right
mm,
now.
mhm.
Right. So, what the truth is, he would have to continue doing it over and over again. It's not to prove anything, but there's just a standard that people hold whiskey to,
Yeah,
and he has to deliver. And I think
be
he
less.
can actually deliver. But Burna Boy, like we said, the blueprint. Let's hope Whiskey is going to do really, really amazing stuff
I'm
with the
looking forward
Mariah
to
tour.
it. Yeah.
Is it going to bring a lot of emerging artists on board? Because just some hours ago, Big Lala, Wizkid went all the way, not Charlie Poppy, not Zeri Deal or Zeri DL, but he went to Famous Pluto and he posted the latest single or debut single from that very young man,
Mm.
from the city of Benin City, Skra or Naskra, or something Naskra and everything. But that has generated a lot of debates. Oh, Wizkid is trying to buy off young artists. He wants to get their loyalty on time, so they will be saying, Babao, Big Wiz and everything. And of course, Davido, Wizkid fans have come out to defend, say, no, Davido is the one who bites off hit songs and all of that. Now, let's talk about Wizkid endorsing Famous Pluto, Naskra, and of course, the song moving from number 8 now to number 6 on the Apple Music chart. What are your thoughts on that, Big Lala?
So this is not the first time Wiz will do something like this.
Yeah, yeah,
He
true.
supports certain acts. You've seen it with Thames, seen it with Bella Shmurda, Buju, you name them. Even
Even
Charlie
Charlie
Pop,
Poppy, yeah, even Charlie
even the
Poppy.
brother
Yeah,
of famous Pluto, he's
yeah.
he's done
He's
it.
one of the beneficiaries of the Wizzy,
Exactly.
IG.
Cosign.
Whiskey did it for who? Bloody Civilian. And she went on to
Exactly.
say nobody knew her that much until Whiskey posted her.
Mm, mm,
Odumodu Black said he was on the hospital bed in Abuja when
mm.
Whiskey posted him. And that was what started Wiz
Miracle.
literally Wizzy's IG page or IG
Mm,
story has
mm,
been the start of a couple of emerging artist careers. Maybe
mm.
not the start, but it's been like a major turning point
Yeah,
for
true.
so many artists. And you could see Famous Pluto acknowledging that as well. From number 8 now to number 6 What exactly is the power of the Wizkid IG story post?
It's enormous. It's enormous now. You know, people
It's
would always
big.
say what will say what they have to say. Not just Wiz. See all these top guys, they have a platform, right? And
Huge platform.
they've
Huge
built that
platform.
platform for years, and it consists of both local fans and international fans. Yeah, all of them are there. So people are always watching to see what they post. You know, every time Wiz comes on Twitter and he says something, you see how the reactions are. A lot of people are, you know, they are reacting, they are commenting, they are replying. That's
Yeah,
how much
yeah.
big of a platform these guys hold. So when any of them come and say, "Oh, I'm supporting this guy," or I repost this guy, is a big plus for the artist, and they know
Mhm.
the effects. Everybody is always, who is this guy that we posted? Let me go and check him out. That's the sort of
Hmm.
influence he wields in there. And I don't see a problem with it. I really don't see a problem with it. Yeah, I think the guy is it because it's Charlie Poppy's brother? Maybe. I don't know. I know Wiz has done the same for Charlie Poppy. Is the song that great that Wiz would post it? Only Wiz knows what he likes, and yeah,
About the song. Yeah,
it's
true,
nice to show the
true,
support. You can't
true.
tell the man how to use his platform. If he wants to
Definitely,
support young artists, he will
definitely,
support young artists. And I see
definitely,
no problem with
definitely.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people believe Big Lala. Two things. Davido, Wizkid. We saw the tweet. In fact, we posted it on our page on
Yeah.
Gospel TV Africa. You guys can go check out that one on our page at Gospel TV Africa on Instagram. Now, Big Lala, people, Davido on one side, Wizkid on one side. Now, what a lot of people are saying on social media is that Wizkid will post an artist
Mhm.
just because you love the song and because he wants the artist to maybe bite off his platform to his followers.
Yeah.
Another set of people have said Davido will post a song of an emerging artist because he wants to appear on the remix of the song. Now, what I have noticed as she is Wizkid can post a song, but he's not going to have anything to do with the song. Davido will post a song, and if the artist reaches out for a remix or something, he would not mind. He's that humble. I'm not saying Wizkid is not humble. Both of them have their ways of doing things. To be honest, both of them have their ways of doing things. Wizkid has his own way, which is post an artist and move on. Davido post an artist. Oh, you want a remix? Okay, it's good enough. Let's go. Now, what do you think about the accusation of Wizkid doing this for the clout, or Davido doing this for getting on a hit song? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think both do it for similar reasons, right?
Really?
Yeah, they
Okay.
did for similar reasons. One, to support artists. Yeah, they always use a platform to support artists. Wiz does that, but I think the only difference, like you've put it, is one jumps on a remix and one possibly does a record with them, right? Uh,
Still support.
it still supports, but they're still recording together. So while you can argue that Davido is jumping on a remix of a song that's already blown, um, you can, I mean, just to push it further, and we've seen the effect of that over time. We've
Definitely,
seen the effect of
definitely.
that from Woju, from Kiss Daniel, from back then.
Back
Um,
then, long time ago.
yeah, so many Humble Smith. We know how far uh,
Yeah.
that went.
Olakira,
Olakira, Maserati,
Lighter.
Lighter.
A lot of a lot a lot
Much
of people.
recently, the trio. What's their name? They call them the Ochichiku or something like that. I don't know
Oh,
what
the Boy P, yeah, the
the
Ogechi
PR.
boys.
Yeah. So
Ogechi boys,
yeah.
Ajebo Hustlers.
So
Name like
he uses his
it's a
platform
lot.
for them. Yeah, he uses his
Yeah,
platform for that. And those guys, they see the effect of it and they appreciate it.
definitely,
Right.
definitely,
With
definitely.
Wiz post them, right? He ends up doing songs with them, right? But you can get disappointed down the line because your song will not see the light of day.
Bro, Black Bulls can testify.
Not just Black Bulls, there's so many of them,
A
right?
lot of even Charlie Poppy thought it was going to be on the Mariah album.
Exactly.
Wodo Black
And
as well.
exactly. So is that for each artist there's pros and there's cons.
That
The
the
pro
cons
is
and everything.
you use their platform, they don't mind giving you their platform to use,
Yeah,
whether they benefit from it or not. Wiz, of course, if you argue and say, oh, Wiz doesn't expect much, but Wiz also ends up doing songs with them. But the other thing is he's
right.
just picky. He's picky. on the kind of songs he would not eventually release, which is
Be
where the
releasing
difference is.
everything.
Yeah, with Ojumodu, with Bella Shmurda till today was were head to everybody expected, but Buju's one was special. He released one with Buju. Buju
Yeah,
featured on
yeah,
Buju, featured on him. So
right.
Buju was I don't want to say he was lucky, but maybe perhaps he was the best of the crop
Of the
that
crop, yeah.
that
I mean,
we supported.
Wiz just loves Buju, like loves Benson so much.
Yeah,
And even just some days ago, he still posted, their collaboration on Benson's one of Benson's projects.
yeah.
That's many ways featuring Wizkid
Many
by
ways.
Benson.
Yeah.
Exactly, he loves the song so much, and I think he loves Buju. Buju is just is like you said, he's just a bit special.
Mm,
Buju
yeah.
is special to Wizkid, and he
Mm-hmm.
loves him so much. And I think it's special to Bella. Bella is also special to Wizkid as well because Wizkid has done quite a lot of recommendations and tweets about Bella Shmurda before.
Yeah.
Now, for Wizkid and for Davido, quite a lot of people have said a lot of things. But this is my thought. I think that these two guys, including Burna Boy as well, they have done quite a lot for Afrobeats, supporting young artists as well. Burna Boy signed Buju before he left. Burna Boy has done a couple of other collaborations as well with a lot of young artists. Even
Mm,
though David and Wizkid, I kind of do a lot more in terms
mm,
of collaborating with young artists.
mm.
Shout out to Wizkid and Davido. Let's just end it there. To be honest, Big Lala